Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, girls. How are you? How are you, lovely, lovely, rich togs? We are here to be rich togs together. Yeah. So let me know how you are in the comments. As you pop on live, give me a hashtag live. If you are watching on replay, drop me a hashtag replay. That would be great. So I'll give you a couple of minutes. Good morning, Stan. How are you? Hey, Caroline. How are you? Let me know in the comments where you are in the world as well. As most of you guys know, I'm from Liverpool. I'm Scouse originally, but I now reside in Costa Blanca North. I still have my base in the north of England, in sunny Oldham. Good morning, Myra. Morning, MJ. Always lovely to see you guys. My June crew members. Woohoo! How are you? How are you getting on? So today we're going to be talking about business numbers. Numbers are so important, guys. They're absolutely so important. Caroline's moved to Australia. From Australia, moved here from UK in March. Yay, so you are in Australia, Caroline. Wonderful, fantastic. So what time is it with you? That's such a popular question, isn't it? Let me know where you are in the world, guys. That would be wonderful. I am 10 minutes from the beach. I'm in Benissa, Costa Blanca North. It's beautiful here. It's actually quite cloudy today, but it's usually very sunny. Beautiful hills and mountains, very green, great for walking the dogs. It's amazing. It's 4 p.m. Oh, so what's that? It's 7 a.m. in UK. Gosh, that's a big time difference. Nearly the other side of the day. Okay, so let's kick off talking about numbers, guys. Your business numbers are so crucial. So I'm going to go through with you today what numbers, some ideas of what numbers you should have knowledge of, you should be tracking, you should know off the top of your head. Good morning, Nadia. How to manage those numbers, the sorts of costs you should be making sure you're accountable for and you have calculated into your monthly costs. And then a few tips and pieces of advice about how to manage your money. So first off, I'm going to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself in your knowledge of your numbers right now? Numbers I'm talking about. What's your average client spend? What's your monthly cost of doing business? To the penny. Not, I think it's about, to the penny. Do you know it off by heart, to the penny? What's your targets? How many inquiries do you need to generate the amount of bookings you need? How many bookings do you need this month to generate the money you want? So I would love to know in the comments, mark yourself out of 10. How well do you know your numbers? I would definitely say I'm a 9. I didn't used to be a 9, I used to be a 1. I didn't know my numbers at all. But let me know in the comments, how would you rate yourself out of 10 for your knowledge of your own business numbers? Let me know. 7 out of 10. Love that, MJ. That's really high. And I'd expect nothing less, you being one of my June crew members. What were you before we met, MJ? Nadia, how would you rate yourself? 7 to 8, been working on it this week. Wonderful. I hope I've inspired you with my emails and my social media then, Caroline. I hope I've been inspiring you. MJ was 3 before we met. 1, well, that's music to my ears that I've helped you. Nadia is 6 to 7. That's not bad, Nadia. That's not bad. Still room for improvement. Stan, what would you rate yourself out of 10 for knowledge of your numbers? Let me know in the comments. Myra, same for you. So let me go through with you the numbers and start writing these things down. Make loads and loads of notes because this is only going to help you. I have. Brilliant, Caroline. Stan says about 5. Brilliant. Okay, so you're halfway there. Room for improvement, definitely, Stan. So make loads of notes and take away some actions today. What actions are you going to take after today? We'll know that at the end. I am the woman that coughs, as you know, guys, so bear with me. So why should you know your business numbers? There is such power that comes from knowing your business numbers. If you think about all the successful businesses in the world, they will all know their numbers. If they're big companies, they'll have accounts teams. But the CEO will have at his fingertips those numbers. He'll know how many customers he's got. He'll know what his average customer spend is. He'll know what his targets are, what his marketing budgets are, because he runs the company. You cannot be a business owner without having this knowledge. You can be a photographer, but you won't be a photographer that is running a profitable, successful business. To be a profitable, successful business owner, you need to have knowledge of these numbers. For instance, your monthly costs, your conversion rates, and I'm going to go through with a list with you, but think of all the numbers in your business that you should know. I hear time and time again, yeah, I've got a rough idea of that, Jill. Yeah, I think I've got, a rough plan, a rough idea, a rough layout of my numbers. A sort of idea, a vague idea. Okay, so let me ask you this question. You're going in for brain surgery. Would you let a brain surgeon operate on you if he had a rough idea of the layout of your brain? A rough plan of where everything was. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. So as a business owner, we need to act and be business owners, which includes knowing our numbers. Even things like targets. Time and time again, I see photographers that they might know their costs. They might know how many clients they need a month, but they haven't set targets. Vague intentions get vague results. Setting yourself targets 6 months in advance, a year in advance. And these can move, these can change, but setting yourself those targets will focus your mind, will motivate you to take action, will give you somewhere to head towards. If you're setting off on a journey, if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. If you've got an archer who's got a bow and arrow, unless he's got a target to hit, he's just going to be flying arrows around willy-nilly. So all of these numbers are so important, guys, I can't tell you. So let me go through some of the numbers you should have knowledge of. So your monthly costs. Hey Steffi's here, yeah. Your monthly costs. Let me know in the comments if you are here live with the hashtag live, guys. That would be ace. So your monthly cost, you should absolutely know your monthly costs. That figure should be in your brain and you should know that off the top of your head to the penny. Not, oh, I think it's about 300-400 quid. Oh, I think it's about 500-600 quid. It should absolutely be known to the penny. So your monthly costs. Your tax. What your monthly tax liabilities are. Morning, Christina. Hey, Christina, how you doing? So you might want to recap on this morning. You've missed a few bits, but we're talking about numbers, the importance of knowing numbers, and how if you don't have a good, solid, exact idea of your numbers, having a rough layout of your numbers will not cut the cloth. You wouldn't let a brain surgeon operate on you if you just had a rough idea of the layout of your brain. An archer's not going to hit that target if he's not got targets to aim for. So also as business owners, we should have targets. So these are the numbers you definitely should know. Monthly costs, to the penny, not a rough idea. Your tax liabilities. Now that sometimes can be a rough idea, but having a conversation with your accountant or just doing some research. Every month I take out 25% of what's come into the business and I put it in a tax account. So it's dealt with. I'm never going to get any nasty tax surprises. Your salary, what you want to pay yourself. Now you could do it, I'll take all the profit, or you could pay yourself a salary. These are individual choices, but you need to know these numbers. What do I want to make every month? What do I need to make? Do you know your personal costs as well as your business costs? Because that's why you're in business, to make money, to help you pay your personal costs. So what is your monthly personal outgoings and what is your monthly business outgoings? Your tax, your salary. What is your average sale per client, per genre? So June Crew, a lot of you guys are specialising in brands. So as you move forward getting bookings, you'll be able to know and understand your average sale per client. So what is each client bringing in? Do you know how to work that out, guys? Let me know if you don't, because I can help you. But your average sale per client per genre, because your weddings average sale per client will be completely different to your newborns or your families, so work it out per genre. That also helps you understand which genres are bringing you in more profit and more money. Conversion rates. I'm looking down because I've got my notes here. Conversion rates, guys. Do you know your conversion rates? So for every inquiry you get, how many do you turn into actual bookings, paying clients? Do you know that? Do you know how to work that out? So for me, when I started in brand photography, my conversion rates were 50%. Then they moved up to 75%, then they moved up to 90%. So I'm on about 90% now. It's really naughty of me to say about, but it's 90%. But when I was operating at first, it was a 50% conversion. So what that means, that power that gives me, is if I know I need $4,000 a month, and my average sale per client is $1,000. That means I need 4 clients a month. So I need $4,000 a month. That's what I've worked out what I want to bring into the business. My average sale is $1,000 a month, $1,000 a client, so I need 4 of them. But if my conversion rate is only 50% and I need 4 paying clients, that means I've got to generate 8 inquiries. So that's your marketing target. My marketing has got to generate 8 inquiries. Now, if I'm as a brand photographer, I run a discovery call method, which means when someone inquires with me on an email, on a Facebook message, an Instagram message, or in person, if I meet someone in person, that's that initial inquiry. But then I need to move them onto a discovery call. So what's that conversion rate? If I get 8 inquiries, will they all go forward and book a discovery call? Maybe that's a different conversion rate. Okay, good morning, Jane. How you doing? How's things? How do you rate yourself on your business numbers, Jane? Let me know in the comments. So your conversion rates, your source of inquiries, where your inquiries are coming from and how many are coming from that area. So if you do social media marketing, how many of your inquiries every month are coming from social media marketing? If you do email marketing, how many inquiries are coming from your email marketing? You find those figures out by asking. Every time you have an inquiry, every time you have a discovery call, can I ask where you heard of me? Where you heard of me? Sounded really scarce then. So your source of your inquiries, monthly targets, the numbers of bookings you want, the numbers of inquiries you want, and the money you want to make that month. Your monthly revenue, going backwards. What was my monthly revenue that month? What was my cash in that month? So can you see where all of these inquiries are, all of these numbers are so powerful? So listening to all that list of numbers right now, guys, let me know in the comments, what percentage of those numbers do you know? Do you know 50% of them? 10% of them? Do you know all of them? 100% of them? Let me know in the comments. And good morning to anyone coming on and jumping on and give me a hashtag live in the comments. But let me know, guys, thinking about all those numbers I've just listed out, How many of those do you know? What percentage of those numbers do you know? This is a two-way street. So I will be asking you questions and asking you to get involved in the conversation, because personal growth and business growth means you don't just sit there taking it in. You take part in the conversation. You ask questions. The people that ask questions, I always notice, are the ones that grow the most. The people that answer questions are the ones that grow the most. So now let's go on to, because you've all gone quiet on me, I'd love to know what percentage of those business numbers you know. Your monthly costs, your tax liability, your salary, what you want to make, your conversion rate, your average sale, where your inquiries are coming from, your monthly targets, your monthly revenue, your monthly cash in. My monthly costs, that's about it. Never thought about some of the other things. That's great, but that's a great starting point, Caroline. So do you know your monthly costs to the penny? I'd love to know. Not a rounded up figure, but to the penny or to the pound. Stands at about 80%. Brilliant. So which are the ones you don't know when you're going to set yourself an action to learn more? I know what I want to make, but need to set more targets. Brilliant, Caroline. So get some targets set. Setting targets. What do you want to make a month? You want to make 4 grand? Then 4 grand it is. But map it out. Put it somewhere where you can see it. Have visualization about it. Do you know it to the pound, Caroline? Do you know it to the pound? For instance, my average sale per client when I was a newborn photographer was 961. My costs of running the business on a monthly basis were 1,152. So I didn't know it to the penny, but I know it to the pound. Perfect. I know my costs. Brilliant. Know how many clients I have to have each month. Conversion rate, I don't. My average sales number is. That's fine, but what a great starting point, Jane. What a great starting point. So now you need to calculate or keep a track of your conversion rates, and you can do that by monitoring every month how many inquiries you get. Make a note of it. I used to have it on the wall so I could see it. You can get off Amazon those A1. They're like plastic sheets, but they've got static in them, so they just stick to the wall. They peel off really easily. There's no glue or anything. It's just static. They're like magic sheets. It's unbelievable. So I would stick one to the wall, and I would split it into 12, and then I would have, in those 12 months, I'd have my target. I'd then make a note every month of how many inquiries I got that month, how many turned into bookings, and then I'd calculate. I'd actually write, it was when I was a newborn photographer, I'd write all the clients' names, so baby Jane, baby Joe, baby who, their due dates, and as they were coming into the studio, I would write their what they spent with me. So I would know, right, my target is 6 grand and I've made 7.5 this month. My target is 7 grand and I've made 8.5 this month. So I would see. It's so powerful to have those numbers at your fingertips. My last 2 jobs were a referral and from Bark. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So referrals are really strong. So one of the things I would advise you to do is be running a referral program. What's your average sale per client, Jane? Hey, Tracy, good morning. I know my numbers. It's changing wildly all the time, up and down all the time, just now. Giving me whiplash. Your costs shouldn't change wildly. Your monthly costs should be about the same. Your average definitely should grow and stay constant. Yours, because you're at the beginning, MJ, will probably change a little bit in the growth. Costs don't change. Brilliant. Good morning, Tracy. So guys, I would love you now to think about which of those numbers that we've been talking about don't you know? and then put in the comments a commitment to know those numbers. So I would love to see in the comments, I commit to knowing, and list out the ones that you don't know right now. Is it your targets? Have you not set targets for, and I would recommend for the next 6 months at least, or for the year? Is it your conversion rates? Is it how many inquiries are coming from each marketing? Yay, brilliant, fantastic. So that's your commitment, Jane. Is it your monthly revenue? If I asked you, right, what revenue did you bring in last month? What did you bring in the month before? What did you bring in the month before? Most of the photographers that have been through my program, they can absolutely see. So I speak to Arga or Steffi, she'd say, oh, I did this in this month, I did this in this month. In the club, my membership for brand photographers, only open to those that have been through my program, I will regularly, in our coaching calls, in our lives, I'll be asking, what's your target this month? Where are you up to? How far are you? Oh my God, some of them are smashing it. This month, there's a couple of them that have already met target. It's like, wow. Hey, Steffi, how you doing? I've created a welcome guide and referral pack. Brilliant, fantastic. Love, love, love. Did you get my feedback on your welcome guide, Jane? So we've got lots of people committing. You're going to set some targets for yourself, Caroline. That is ace. So when you're setting yourself a target, what I would advise you to do is set yourself a financial target. So what you want to make a month, 5 grand, 6 grand. But then also know, go drill down even deeper. How am I going to make that money? So how many inquiries, how many bookings do I need to make that money? So for instance, for me as a brand photographer, if I want to make 5 grand, let's get the calculator out and work this out. Oh, my calculator's gone flat. If I want to make 5 grand, or if I want to make 6 grand, and my 3-hour brand shoot is 1,500 quid, then I know I need 4 of those to make me 6 grand. Happy days. So my target is 6 grand with 4 clients booking my 3-hour shoot. Be that specific. So if I want 4 clients booking my 3-hour shoot at 1,500 quid, I need to generate, right now at a 90% conversion rate, I would say I need to generate 5 inquiries. And that will give me my 4. Might even give me the 5, but it'll definitely give me my 4. I commit to know my numbers, yeah. I need to set my monthly revenue target, yes. Yes, Tracy, you absolutely can't continue to fly by the seat of your pants. I love that as a commitment. Setting targets today, need to think about tax. Brilliant, Nadia. Get those targets set. You're my June crew. You should have set targets, my love. No, you didn't. Oh my gosh. Message me the link to it again. I'm sure I voice noted you, Jane. I hope I've not voice noted some randomer with the feedback. Send me the link to it again and I'll go back and find my voice notes. Want to earn 3k a month. Brand shoot is 1k. Brilliant. So you need 3 of those a month. Fabulous. My conversion rate is 50%. I need 6 clients so I convert to convert. Boom, Jane. Nailed it. Vicky, love that. Love, love, love that you know that. Perfect. So my next question to you would be to get those 6 inquiries. So you want 3 bookings. To get 6 inquiries, what marketing are you doing? What marketing are you doing to get those 6 inquiries? Please have more than one marketing pillar. And we'll talk about those when we come on to marketing. Who's coming to the marketing masterclass? I'm running a marketing masterclass for new people into my circle who just want a bit of a helping hand with their marketing. So if you're new into my circle, if you've not spent a lot of time with me before, you haven't been through one of my programs, or you're in my membership and you need a helping hand with your marketing, then say, yes, please, marketing masterclass in the comments and I will get the link to you. Okay. So money management. Let's think about really quickly your money management, guys. Your outs. At the very basics, just manage your ins and your outs. It doesn't need to be complicated. It really doesn't. So set yourself up a spreadsheet October's the challenge. I've got a marketing masterclass in September, Jane. I think you're already registered, but if you want to check, just put yes, please, and I'll get that. Started there, it was the jump start I needed. Highly recommend. Oh, thank you, MJ. I really appreciate that. So did you enjoy? Let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy the marketing masterclass? What did you get out of it? Was it valuable? I'm shooting in the dark when it comes to my marketing. It's one of my weaknesses. Oh, Tracy, definitely marketing masterclass for you then, my love. Yes, please. Brilliant. Okay, so managing your money. Spreadsheet, the easiest option, guys. There is software like Lightblue will help you manage your money. You've got Xero will help you. An online app will help you. I started off with a spreadsheet. It's completely basic and it helped me. It doesn't need to be complicated. My outs, my monthly costs, my salary, my tax. They're my outs. My ins, my income. But then I also look and make sure I know what my cash in is and my revenue is. So for instance, my target this month is £5,000. I get to the end of the month and I've had, say I've had 5 bookings at £1,000. So I've made targets and my revenue is £5,000. But they've all just paid 500 quid booking fee. So my revenue is £5,000. I made a target of £5,000. I've got 5 bookings at £1,000. So I've made money secured into the business. Revenue is £5,000. But the cash in is only £2,500. So they're the things I monitor. So I actually congratulate myself. You've made target. Because I do that on business secured. Because it makes me feel good. And I know the balance will come in next month or the month before, the month after. But the cash into my business, and it's always a good idea to monitor your cash flow, the cash in is only £2,500 because all 5 bookings have only paid 500 quid. Does that make sense? I enjoyed it. Make me take the leap of going into photography full time. Help me see the possibilities and make me see that I could do it. Yes, I love that. I love that, love that, love that. Oh, that's exciting. Thank you, MJ. I really appreciate that. And did you find the marketing advice and guidance useful? Eye-opening, because a lot of people have said, God, it's really eye-opening, and it just made me think about all the different marketing methods, because a lot of us are just on social media. So blogging, newsletter, social media. So that's blogging, email marketing, and social media. Brilliant. Try and change that word in your mind, Jane. Studies have shown that people find the word newsletter, even if you don't call it a newsletter to your audience, to your list, the word newsletter has negative connotations. It's boring, it's bland, it's long, it's laborious. And if that word is in your mind, you might be tempted to use it when you're talking to your audience. Even if you're not aware of it, sign up for my newsletter. Nobody gets excited about a newsletter. So I call it, when we're talking amongst ourselves about our business, we call it email marketing. And then to my audience, I might want to say, you want to get on my list? You'll be receiving hacks, hints, tips, valuable information to help you grow your business. I don't say it's a newsletter because studies have shown people are completely turned off by that word. So blogging, newsletter, social media. So you've got 3 marketing pillars there, which is brilliant. So let me ask you, how often are you sending an email to your list? It should be at least once a week. On your social media, are you using lives and videos? And how often are you blogging? Did your program last year, but everything came to a standstill? Oh, bless your heart. Yay, Caroline, that's wonderful to hear. Caroline, you want to think about coming into the club. It made me see it differently. I was worried about being irritating or annoying with marketing, but learn how to increase visibility without being a pest to my followers. Absolutely. And don't forget, as we've discussed so many times, MJ, your ideal clients will absolutely love you. You will never be a pest to them, ever. So my dog's trying to dig the rug. Oh, I've got to tell you guys, we've had murder in the house. Murder, I should say. Shouldn't say it with a Scouse accent. Murder! And we're in mourning. We're absolutely in mourning today. because the animals I own, Lily, who's sat at my feet, Bo is over there, and they're the two dogs, and Frank the cat. We also have Bob the gecko on the Naya, and I've got Fred, who's a big spider with the longest legs you've ever seen, who lives in the utility room. Last night there was a murder. I'm not gonna lie, there was a murder. 3 o'clock in the morning, there's a kerfuffle outside my bedroom door. I came out to Frank meowing at the top of his head, trying to get behind one of my plant pots, thinking, what's going on there? Next thing I see Bob. Bob. Poor Bob. Bob has now got one leg missing and a tail missing. And he's trying to scuttle away on 3 legs with no tail. Oh, poor Bob. So I grabbed Frank. Frank didn't like that. He scratched me, little horror. I put him in his. He usually sleeps in the hallway. I shut him in the hallway. So I shut him in the hallway with his water and his food and his bed. I went back to find Bob to see if I could, rescue him. He disappeared. But where's he gone? He's only got 3 legs and no tail. Where's he gone? So he's still somewhere in the house. Frank must have got him on the Naya and brought him in. Definitely thinking of joining the club. Brilliant. Love it. So I think we should all say rest in peace to Bob, because he's obviously gone to a quiet corner to die. Will he die? I think he's going to die, isn't he? He's got 3 legs and no tail. Poor sod. Once a month for your email. Okay, so definitely move it to once a week. Doing another job at the moment. So what software are you using, Jane? The line in the sand is I'm leaving it in June to go full time. So if you're aiming to leave your job next June to go full time on photographer, now is the time to start your email marketing once a week. Purely because email marketing can be a slow burner. So starting now will give you the time to build and get that traction. Can I ask you the question, Jane? You're sending out an email once a month. Is that medium to long in size? Or is it short? Let me know in the comments. And also answer me the question, how many times a week are you posting on your social medias? Let me know the answers to those questions. I know, poor Bob, Caroline, I can't believe it, poor Bob. I keep expecting to find him somewhere. He's going to die. Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't sleep very well after that because I was traumatised. I was trying to find him at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was thinking, at least if I can take him outside onto his home, his Naya, then, But anyway, I don't know where he is. It's terrible. So, we've talked numbers, guys. A few little tiny bits of advice on how to manage those numbers. Spreadsheet it. Google spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet it, and get into the habit of going into that spreadsheet every week or every month. His tail should grow back. Yeah, that's what I thought, but will his leg? Poor sod. Targets. Set yourself targets. Financial target, how many inquiries you need, how many bookings you need. Put it somewhere visual on a spreadsheet, or I had it on the wall and it absolutely worked a treat. I'm actually going to put another one of those sheets up. I took it down recently, so I'm going to put another one up. Marketing Gill does it for me. It's quite long, a monthly roundup. I'm planning to do weekly in between with MailerLite. Brilliant. So, Jane, what I would do, because your MailerLite, you can schedule emails. So what I would do is set yourself an hour aside, go back the last couple of months and have a look at the posts that you did that got the most comments and the most engagement. Just copy and paste them into emails. So if you're posting more than once a week, you're already creating your emails. There's nothing wrong with just copying and pasting and putting the same content out there in different places, because not everyone is going to see it. Did he manage to escape from you? I'm choosing to believe he's going to make it. I hope he makes it, MJ. I really do. Well, I left him. I grabbed Frank and he was there. I could see him behind the plant. I went and dealt with Frank, put him away. And when I came back, he was gone. Definitely need to up my email and marketing game. Yes, definitely, Caroline. Absolutely. Okay, and then the last piece of advice on managing your money, guys, is splitting your money between bank accounts. This was a little bit revolutionary for me, and it made it a lot easier to manage my money, save my money, not have a surprise tax bill at the end of the month. Pay myself what I want. I'm so sorry, I'm quite tired because of the bob thing. I remember when I was younger, a girl I was friends with, and she used to have separate envelopes for her money. So she'd have an envelope for rent for her mum, an envelope for her nails, an envelope for going out money, an envelope for her bus fare to get to her job. So she'd have separate envelopes for her money. So when she got paid, and she was paid in cash, she'd divvy it up into the envelopes. And it always stuck with me, having those separate pots of money so you can see where your money's gone. Because if you're anything like me, if you see one big pot of money, it's all in one place in your bank account. The tendency is to forget, oh, well, I need that for that, I need that for that, I need that for that. And you just dip into it. So I have started having the separate bank accounts. Started this quite a while ago, and it absolutely revolutionised. So I have a business account where I run my business from. So all my business money goes into that account. And once a month, once all my business money has gone in, I will immediately take out my tax into a tax account that I then do not touch, because I never, ever, ever want any nasty tax surprises. So I take my tax money out, and I also take my profit, I call it business savings, out. So what's left in my business account is enough to pay my business bills, with maybe a tiny bit left over, but I take out, I would say 90%, 95% of the profit I take out into a profit pot, and I call it my business savings. So I now have four bank accounts. I've got my business account where everything comes and goes, so people pay me into it, all my business costs go out of it. I've got my tax account, I've got my business savings stroke profit account, and obviously I've got my own personal account as well. Now, it doesn't matter that you have these separate accounts. When I'm reporting on my accounts to my accountant, then all three of those accounts, tax, business profit, business ins and outs, they're all under the guise of my business, so I don't have to do 3 separate spreadsheets. My accountant said, no, just put it all on the one spreadsheet, that's fine. The fact that you're choosing to segregate it is absolutely fine. Just helps me manage it. So does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. So the commitments you have made to yourself to know the numbers, stop managing your numbers. What are they, and when are you going to do them? Make those commitments to yourself, because your business success is reliant on you being a business owner, acting as a business owner, a responsible business owner who knows their numbers. Okay, guys, I will love and leave you. It's been absolutely fabulous taking this time with you, helping you with your business numbers. Any questions, please pop them in the group. This group, the Rich Photographers Society, my Facebook group for photographers just like you, to help you run profitable, successful businesses. And I love spending time with you in here. Okay, so have a great day. Anything you need, you know where to find me. Speak to you soon.